Good evening. Hi, and welcome to Queers Guild. Welcome to indieRevue, a weekly, most of the time, uh, indie TTRPG showcase extravaganza, Lollapalooza, Coachella sort of deal. Um, Burning Man. What other things that is that anything? Um,
Sure.
Woodstock.
yeah. What Woodstock? Yeah, this is the Woodstock of indie TTRPGs. We're all gonna get really high and listen to the TTRPG equivalent of a certain artist. Let's think someone to an artist that was that
Whatever
way.
was big in the 60s. I don't know.
Whoever. Name
Okay,
enter
this is
artist
fair.
here. Oh my god. I have an artist in my head. I
The
can't.
Beatles.
In the
Rolling Stones.
60s?
What?
Beach
The
Boys.
Rolling Stones.
Beach Boy? No,
Yeah.
definitely not the Beach Boy. Oh
The
my god.
Monkees.
I'm being such an embarrassment right now. This is awful. Anyway, this has nothing to do with the game that we're playing, but we're here on indieRevue playing a wonderful game by Jordan Palmer called Our God is Dead. And to help us play it, we have a few of our special guests from ADHG,
I'm
our friends
special.
Racius and Flower. You are the specialists of guests.
Wow.
Um,
Wow. Hello.
Thanks.
yeah, so happy to have you both here. I know I'm on your channel a lot, so I thought I'd force you to be on mine for once.
It is a pleasure to be here.
Oh, tis a
It
pleasure.
truly is.
Yeah, so super excited to play this game. This is a very simple, silly game about our us being, clear of the cloth, so to speak.
Of the
Um,
cloth.
Discovering that our god has died um the
So
day
did.
before a very important celebration for them, and we all have to figure out what to do as far as making sure no one knows that our god is dead and making sure this all goes smooth over. So yeah.
Hmm.
So as an introduction to the game, Jordan has like a little blurb here. So Our God is Dead is a comedy role-playing game about a group of clerics who discover their god has died and get into all manner of hijinks to keep anyone from discovering the truth. So the only thing you really need, there's no real character sheets or anything. It's just, a six-sided die if you have one, maybe two, because that's because I have so little dice, I can only scrounge up 2d6. I say as I have just like
Totally.
handfuls of die. Anyway, um, yeah. So the game is set into three acts. We're going to start with Act One, as of course, of setting the scene. So we are going to all introduce our characters and our shared deity together. Um, so we're going to take a turn narrating a short scene of our character in at home preparing for our day. It's going to go basically you're just going to be your name, your title, and your like role in the faith, and most importantly, a little ritual you do for your god. Um, so this is like the part where we're really starting to establish the setting that we're in, starting on a
Right.
small scale, on a micro scale of just our characters. So,
Love it.
does does anyone want to go first?
I,
Sure. Oh,
I love
would you
volunteers.
like to go
I
first?
I
love
was I was
staring at
gonna
my
go
friends
first.
until they
Yeah, no, I was
volunteer.
gonna
Yeah.
go first.
Go for it.
Would you like me to start? Racius, are you all good?
Yeah, yeah, go for it.
Okay. Uh my character's name is Elizabeth Barron. And Elizabeth is a scribe for the church. She really enjoys making things nice and neat and kept in order. She runs records for the church, so collecting and organizing all of the paperwork that we may have. If we have a book of sorts, she makes sure it's up to date,
Good book.
as is, at the good book, as is proper ritual. So in the morning, we see her. She has dark black curly hair that goes all the way down to like her mid back. She is an of average build. She's about 45-ish years old. She has children, so you hear them kind of playing in the background as she sits at a very, very luxurious desk. She has a few pieces of paper out and she's moving them around in a very like cyclical fashion. So she takes like the current pieces of paper that are there from the day before and moves them to the right, and then she grabs new pieces of paper from the left, as is always and as it shall be forever and ever, until she dies. She grabs her pen and begins to scribe out a short poem of devotion to our God. And as she writes, she sort of muses to herself as she goes and just, our faith is like a languid stream of sunlight coming through the window. And no windows, no windows. Scratch, 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 scratch. The faith that I have is like candy. No, not that one either. And just continues to muse as she does her preparations for the day. She'll spend about an hour here making this poem. But
Gotcha. So that's your
that's
ritual.
Elizabeth. Yeah.
So it's our job now, the three of us, to figure out how to uh, basically illustrate to you what's going wrong with the ritual. So we're about to fuck up your day, pretty much.
Of course, of
Um,
course.
so, uh, so what do you think would go wrong? I think it would be pretty funny if like you're trying to find the right poetic words to use, and because like the connection with your god is wrong, you're just getting nonsense, like, or even like really like gross like words coming to your
Mhm.
mind, as if like there's just no, you're just getting corpse. You're just writing corpse all over again, like, oh god.
I think it would also be fun because she seems like a very organized person who probably has like a favorite pen that
Oh, for
always
sure.
writes smoothly. Maybe the
Mhm.
pen starts like leaking or blotting or something.
Starts
Oh,
writing in
Like, oh
blood.
no, my favorite pen.
that would be so good.
But as
Absolutely.
you go to get the new pen, it just snaps like a
Hmm.
pencil lead, and every time you try to get a new one, you start to write, and then oh, I get a good word, and then it snaps again, and they just keep going.
I think there's
The pens
one.
keep piling up.
Yeah, there's one that works really well at the beginning, and then it starts like getting like running out of ink, and like you keep filling the ink and you keep writing and it's still not filling up. You're like, ugh.
Mhm. Some of the like non-holiness TM starts to come out and the anger starts to show, and she kind of slams a fist on the desk after like the fifth pen break and is like, Timmy, did you put anything in my pens? And just very exasperated by what's happening. But yeah, the ritual is going wrong. I like your suggestions.
Ooh,
This is great.
awesome. Racius, do you want to go next?
Sure. Yeah. Yes, one moment. Okay. My name is Snappo, and I am, let's see here.
Okay.
Yeah, Snappo is a kobold, and I'm trying to think specifically of what a nice equivalent of middle management would be for a priestess organization or priest organization. Um, we're just gonna say an associate priest of our god. And as Snappo wakes up, as part of his showing of religious zeal, he walks over to a cabinet and more of a pantry, starts searching through the pantry, very solemnly takes out a loaf of bread and walks it over to a small, modest table, sets it down in the center, uh, kind of walks away, head still bowed, until we're out of visual, like handshaking range of the bread. raise the eyes, head back over to the small kitchen area, take out a very ornately carved knife, and start to slowly, rhythmically cut one slice of bread from this loaf before very solemnly again picking up the bread without looking at it, returning it to the pantry, heading back over to the table, eyes still downcast, and saying, even this is not worthy. Even this pales in comparison to your greatness. And just having some time with the slice of bread.
I think a fun way to first make it seem like something's wrong, um, and it's not like a huge sign. I think it's like you cut the bread and then like does he look at it when he goes to eat it?
So he doesn't eat it, but it is
Oh,
yeah. So it is more of a subject of worship, but he'd have to look enough to at least cut the bread. So, make sure
gotcha.
that, it's typically nice and even, a nice perfect slice of bread.
Mm-hmm.
I have a suggestion for that then.
Hmm.
Go for
If
it.
you have to look while you're cutting the bread, you like saw through, and the first few saws just reveal that the inside is just blue mold, like riddled through.
Okay,
Mm.
it's a good
It's like
start.
a fresh loaf too.
Mm-hmm.
I guess
It shouldn't
plot
be
twist.
like
Bought
that.
this the other
Yeah,
day. Like it
exactly.
was the expiration date isn't for another 2 weeks.
um, I think you may also, I think another thing that might indicate something's going wrong is you're trying, it's like when you have a really, really dull knife and you're just trying to cut the bread and it's like, it's really just smushing it than anything. So you do,
Mm-hmm.
even when you do get a few good cuts in, it's just it's like, it's all smushed and you're like,
Hmm. Okay, I like that.
mm-hmm. Any contributions, Vico?
Just crumbs everywhere.
Oh, of course, crumbs everywhere.
Yeah, yeah, that's
So
fair.
many crumbs. It's gonna take a while to sweep them all up.
Oh yeah, so many crumbs, so many fucking crumbs. All right.
Excellent.
Excellent. Perfect. Um, I love the name Snappo too, by the way. Um,
Yeah, big
uh,
fan.
would you like to go or should I go?
I can go.
Okay.
My character is trying to think of the right word that's not like gendered. Um, for like a priest.
Hmm. I think just priest, right?
Yeah, priest is good. Or
Yeah,
pastor, I guess.
Yeah.
yeah.
That's more for the Protestants.
Hmm.
So pastor,
Shepherd. How about shepherd? No,
shepherd.
sure. I don't know.
Ooh.
I'm just trying to think of other words we can use.
Yeah. I forgot to say
Um,
she, her pronouns for Elizabeth.
ah,
Gotcha.
shepherd. Um,
From Mass Effect?
gladiolus.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. I was thinking flowers.
Gladiolus. Love
Um,
gladiolus. Are you human? What are you?
yeah, human.
Are you dancer?
Sure.
That's the second time I've made that joke today. I made it at work today. I can't believe I'm reusing material. Anyway,
Mhm. Mhm. Human. Maybe a little bit uh below average height, stocky, um, shaved head, wearing just a very plain, like undyed cloth robe. Um, just they wake up, and first they feed the cats. There are multiple cats in like
Good.
on the church grounds, I
mm-hmm.
guess, the temple grounds. Um, that's the first thing they do, and then they set about making tea as they do every morning. And so they brew a nice cup of green tea, And then they take the tea set and they go out to a little table that's out on the grounds um, in the shade of a nice tree. And they put a spoonful of sugar into their tea and they stir it 3 times clockwise and 3 times counterclockwise. And then they pour in some milk and do the same thing. And then they just sip at it while contemplating, like, um, like sort of contemplating their dreams from the night before and what kind of like messages that may hold and what needs to be done during the day, um, and any sort of uh, musings that they might have. And it's a very like meditative.
Do they like read the tea leaves after drinking the tea
No.
kind of thing? Damn. I
Is
was
the
gonna
tea
suggest something
the
funny.
ritual then?
Is
Yeah,
that is ritual?
yeah, the tea is.
But no
the
tea leaves
ritual.
on the bottom?
No tea leaves. No.
So
All
how
right.
bright is the name Gladiolus and the title is Shepherd?
Yes.
Okay, so how bright is Gladiolus?
Are you stupid? Are you dumb?
Because I
Are you a
feel
moron?
like the easiest way to mess this up is that you accidentally keep stirring clockwise instead of counter. Like you just forget and just keep going, and then you're like, no.
You go 1, 2, and you like get distracted. And you actually do it 4 times. You're
Forget how
like,
to count.
gotta start
Yeah.
over, and then you like do it again, like clockwise the wrong way. Just really just can't get it right.
Up to you though. That would be
No,
pretty.
I love that.
Okay.
Like just getting distracted by like a bird or something. Like,
Mhm.
oh.
Mm-hmm.
And as you're distracted, the teacup, one of the cats jumps up and knocks it over, and it shatters on the ground.
Oh, Jesus.
Bad kitty.
My thought would be like a fruit or a nut of the tree. Just every time you're trying to
Nut.
find that zen, just falling and knocking you
Oh.
on the head or the shoulder or something like that. You can see that the effort is there to try and maintain this peace, but it's getting harder and harder, and there's just more tension with each subsequent like
Um,
knock. Like
There's always like a bug in like right next to your ear buzzing like every couple minutes when you think it's gone, it's suddenly back again. You're like, what?
these minor irritations cannot break me. I still have my faith and I still have my poise. And if one more acorn falls
in the
on my
middle of
head, I swear.
in the middle of your little thing.
and God help me.
Sorry.
It's like,
Oh.
like Jesus cursing the fig tree,
Yeah.
except much less effective.
Cool. So that's how we mess with you.
Mhm.
Okay.
Your turn.
My turn. Um, my character, she wakes up as she does every morning. Um, Dawn, does about 3 miles, jogging, and then some Pilates, and then yoga, of course. And then, oh, her name is, oh man, her name is Mercy. And she's a youth pastor. And part of her day is reading through the fantasy equivalent of like Twitter, which is just like picking up the most recent news from the town crier and like trying to like and like stopping kids in the street and trying to ask them like, what's hip today, kids? You want to know what else is radical?
Oh boy.
My
Down at the
God.
county board.
Yeah.
You like make eye contact with a couple of teens and they're like,
They start walking faster and I go, oh, and it's like just because she jogs every goddamn morning, she's already like walking up. Yep.
that
So
isn't
is your
where things start
ritual-
going wrong. That's just
No, this is normal. Yeah, this is
Yeah.
totally
Oh,
normal.
okay.
Yeah, her ritual will be sort of like speaking like truisms and like catch motivational quotes to herself in the mirror about her god and her stuff, and like her relationship to her deity and stuff like that. She was just like, I know you love me because I love myself, kind of thing. Yeah.
Okay. I don't know how to mess that one up. Um, I,
I need
think-
to
oh, go
I
ahead.
need to read this out loud because Racius just sent to the chat. I would like to retroactively adjust Snappo's title to Assistant to the Secretary of the Associate High Priest's second dog walker.
Oh my god.
Mhm.
Very good.
Appropriately convoluted. Um, my suggestion for how this maybe messes up is that on this particular morning, one of the youth does engage with you, but engages with you to specifically mislead you in something that is not only not current, but is long since not current. So you're
I'm getting
walking around
pranked.
thinking that you're using, the hip language, and it's very obviously so out of style, and you're just getting snickers that you do not notice because you're
Tubular.
flying
Yeah.
high.
Yeah. That's what I was gonna say about like
Mhm.
the teens interacting with you is that they start heckling you, but if that's not part of the ritual, then I don't really know
I
what
mean,
else.
if this is like for her, if you ask her, she would say it's all part of it's all part of the ritual of loving our God, kind of thing, because
Mm,
that's just the type of person she is. So yeah,
course.
anything could really be messed up here.
I think
Okay.
maybe while Mercy is doing the truisms and stuff
Mhm.
in the mirror, she like starts getting really tongue tied, and it maybe like you know the joke about trying to say "Are you okay?" or
Are you
"I'm so
fucking
sorry."
sorry?
Are you... something like that.
hmm
So it comes out
It's
kind of
it's like
insulting. It's
you're.
like, oh,
It's like I know you love me because God is you. God, ah,
Beautiful.
God is bread is God.
Is bread.
None but the one from Jericho.
God is bread.
Yep, exactly.
Classic.
and it just leaves you feeling very like you're not as pumped as you
Yeah,
usually
I'm
are in the
just a little
morning.
off my rhythm, so to speak. I'm just
Yeah.
like just having a wheel. I sort of rolled out of the bed, the wrong way. You know how it is.
You know how it is.
Yeah. And
Love
it's
it.
just she's like trying to say into the mirror, like, when I saw the two foot pairs of footsteps, that's when you were carrying. No, wait, that's when you weren't carrying. It's when you and I were walking side by side. And then there was the one, and that was when you weren't. No, you were there, but you were getting lunch, and you weren't walking with me. And then, God, nah, that's not it. Shit. Whatever. And she just goes to work really, really bothered.
Amazing.
Excellent.
Okay, well, that's all of us. Um,
And that's
we
all of us.
we have a scribe, dog walker's assistant, a shepherd, and a youth pastor. They all walk into a bar. And anyway, all right. So next part of the game is to figure out who our god is at this point. Now that we've all introduced ourselves, sort of gave us little glimpses into the little rituals we do for this god.
Of course.
What kind of god is this that we're worshiping?
So, to follow up the sliced
Mhm.
bread cutting, I would like to suggest that our god be named Betty White in honor of Betty White, because not even sliced bread is
Yes.
as cool as Betty White.
No, yeah, okay,
That was
okay.
that was
Can
that was
can it be to avoid copyright? It has to be spelled in the most fantasy way. So
oh,
Yeah.
absolutely. Like the white is spelled with a Y,
With
like
a Y.
WHYTE.
And it's not
mhm.
actually Betty, it's Betty.
Bet. Yeah.
Yeah, like
Betty, like like
Bedtie.
Betty White,
Petty White. So I can also
B
Bet.
say it to
apostrophe E
my
D D I
stupid
E
accent.
White.
Oh my god. The apostrophe really gets it for
There's
me.
two T's in the white kind of thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Two T's in the
Bet.
white and an E at
Betty
the end
White.
also for like no
Mm-hmm.
reason. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Of the glorious order of the glorious golden girls order.
Oh.
The
I
golden
love
maidens.
that.
There we go.
The Golden Maidens.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that works for me.
Yeah.
What kind of a what's her domain?
What's her domain? I mean,
Ooh.
hmm.
I mean, she has to be a trickster god, right?
I don't
um,
think necessarily like a malicious trickster god. I think she's
No.
definitely
no,
like,
no, no.
like the god patron of, like,
God of, it was just a prank, bro.
yeah, it's just, like spreading goodwill through,
Just like cheer.
entertainment
Yeah,
and yeah,
yeah.
entertainment and
Cheer and
cheer and like
entertainment.
spreading fun and
Oh my god,
occasionally
I'm a
pulling a
scribe
prank or
because
two.
we put on plays. That's why I'm a
Yeah,
scribe.
they're all
Fuck.
the good book is just all the scripts for Golden Girls.
Oh my god.
I love that.
This is great actually. This is
Mhm.
fine.
Now, would this make the other Golden Girls like all other gods, or would they be like patron saints?
Patron saints, I think.
Yeah,
Patron
patron
saints.
saint.
Okay.
Yeah.
I only
Holy
know
matron
B.
saint
Arthur, and that's
Elizabeth.
the only other one person I know. I think from
Yeah.
Golden Girls. So
I don't know any of them. So here I
yeah,
am.
opening up Google.
Elizabeth only associates herself with the
Who
highest
are the
gods, not with
Golden
any of the lower
Girls?
saints.
Yeah, B. Arthur, and then Rue McClanahan and Estelle Getty.
Nice.
All right. So we know what her domain is. I guess we know her temperament and personality. Um,
Mhm.
very, very, very kind, very silly, very funny.
Mhm.
Um, eternal.
Eternal. Good
Mhm.
cheer.
Yeah. All right. What
I like that.
symbols are associated with your god?
Bread.
Bread. That's sort of the paramount
Right.
one, it seems. Um,
Hmm.
trying to think. I mean,
They
I
were
can't.
always the tea ritual actually fits well for this
yeah,
because they
that's
did
true.
have tea quite a few times on the show. So maybe tea?
Hey,
Yeah.
I'm pulling up the Wikipedia page for Golden Girls, by the way.
you should
A segue.
A segue.
we're
How do we
making a
fantasize that though?
It was seen in a vision, a holy vehicle, not unlike Helios's chariot of fire,
I
with
mean, yeah,
which the holy
it's
matron
the chariot
moved.
that moves unto itself,
Oh my god. It's amazing.
a horseless chariot
A horseless chariot.
with handlebars of pure gold.
The way you said handlebars was just too good. Sorry.
Thank you, Horse Fun Mind. First of all, hi,
Handlebars.
how's it going? Also, I love your comment saying tabletop gamers love going to the Wikipedia page for the Golden Girls.
You haven't done that at least once. Are you even a real gamer?
Are you even a
Mhm.
gamer?
Oh my gosh.
tabletop gamers love coming.
Did you know that during the preview screening of the show, it got a standing ovation from the audience? Anyway, I'm just reading the Wikipedia page. Anyway, um, oh my god.
26
Okay,
things you didn't know about Golden Girls. Number 13 will shock you.
go on.
Betty White slept with all of them. That's number 13.
Mmm. Damn, good for her.
Good for her.
Good for her. Okay.
For all of them.
Uh, yeah. So I think we've decided on our holy oh my gosh, golden lady, uh, Betty White. Uh, we now get to prepare for the celebration. So together we are all going to do a big ritual that we all perform together. Um, so what should that ritual be? What do we think? I mean, I think it should be all of us reenacting the opening credits scene, like the opening credits
Can we
intro
do
to the show or to
agreed?
to
Could
of
the
the good book.
could the lesser followers like be sipping tea while we do it? Like could we mix like
Mm,
the sip and sit mentality of the Golden Girls with the entertainment quality of the show in real time?
yeah, yeah. They like the congregation isn't called the congregation; they're called the live studio audience.
Yeah.
I think there's probably also like a sort of like lunch aspect to it, like
Mm-hmm.
just a big like
Brunch kind of thing.
yeah. The
Oh, yeah.
the live studio audience comes and has brunch while the
Yeah,
performance goes on.
for sure. Okay, so
think
now I'm gonna pull up a
I
script and
love
we're all
that.
going.
there
Oh.
are like certain um like ritualistic arguments that they have, like because you know, like the banter kind of thing. So it's like, oh, I wonder which, like, instead of Bible stories, they've got just like the classic zingers, the classic back and forths as they are having the tea, the little Betty Whiteisms, etc., etc.
I'm watching the theme, opening theme of Golden Girls with the, oh my gosh. Yeah, so we're all just like basically doing our real reenactments of the so-called of the, oh my gosh, what would it be called, like in a scripture sense? Like the First Testament of Arthur.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Old Testament, the the early writings,
Hmm.
the
Yeah, oh my gosh.
lost scriptures.
Ooh, the lost episodes. That's what the hidden scriptures are. Oh my god. All right, so how does this fuck up? How do we fuck this up?
Um, the the quiches are underbaked.
Oh my god.
First of all,
No.
Oh no.
Everybody seems to have like a different episode in mind, so the timing is all off, and we're all just like going in, but we all walk in for our entrance at the same time,
Hmm.
and then stop and take a step back. Like, okay, wait, are you who?
Hmm.
Hang on, which one are we doing? What's going on here?
I
Someone
thought we
walks
discussed
in,
this
someone like
already.
says a joke like after the laugh track hits, and it's like, or like during, while like they like say the joke and then it's like a long pause and then the laugh track hits. And it's like, oh,
Mm-hmm.
you did not pace that right. Kind of thing. Oh yeah. I think we're all sort
Oh,
of confused about what part of the episode we're on, and so we're all trying to do the the physical comedy of it, and we're all just tripping over each other.
I love that. That's
What were you gonna
perfect.
say, Flower? Were you gonna say something else?
No.
Oh, okay. Thought you were. Well, now you must.
Well, we're backstage, quote unquote.
Okay.
Elizabeth notices that like shit's going down, and it was just like, what the fuck is going on at there? Oh my god, and just losing it because the whole they don't like it, you know.
And then you
Yeah,
realize
dude,
that your mic
guys.
is hot and everybody could hear you saying that.
Yep.
She's like, what the fuck do you think you're doing?
And the audience is like, ooh, key.
Gladiolus leans out onto stage and it's like sees the audience and then leans back like ugh.
Listen, it's
Rough.
just like Betty says. Um, just go with it. Just fucking do it.
Apparently when we just
I
go
do.
with it, it
We
goes
must
better than
follow the
this.
scripts. The scripture is there for a reason.
Oh,
We're not
duh.
following it.
But if we want to, live in the word of Betty, we must be able to ad lib. I think is one of the main tenements, isn't it? Is it not one of the main tenements of
That is the
Betty's
old
Whites?
book.
Do you
Oh,
mean
I
tenants?
scorn that one.
What?
Do you mean tenants?
Tenants, yes. What'd I say?
Like
Tenements.
David.
Like an apartment building.
Tenements, yes, we all live together. Listen. All right. Um,
Um,
okay. All right. So that's how it goes wrong. So now we all oh gosh, this isn't good. We've never had a flub like this before.
How are we've got to explain this to them somehow. They,
No, I'm sorry. The season finale is tomorrow. We have to prepare the great celebration of the season finale. The finale of the season.
well, yes, but if they see this, then we don't want them to lose faith in this display. What do we tell them?
We tell them that we, the conduits, are making simple mistakes. But through Betty, everything is possible and we will be just fine. We need a rest. We take a break. Take
Yeah, yeah.
5.
Take. Yes, yeah. Commercial break. Commercial break. Commercial break.
Yes.
Yes.
Gladiolus is just kind of out of it because they haven't gotten their caffeine jolt from the tea because it got
Mm.
knocked over this morning, and it's just kind of like,
Now, I don't know about you guys, you cis bros. Um,
I never know what you're saying, Mercy.
It's very confusing to me as well.
I don't know. I don't know either. I think they're saying like cis. The kids now are saying like cis and stuff. Queen maybe.
Like sister.
Yeah, like sister. But
Or
like some of you
cistern.
aren't cis. No, that's gross.
Why?
I thought that was a chapel.
No, it's just for water storage.
They store water in their chapels?
No, they store water in the cistern.
Right, the cistern chapel.
Is there a chapel named Cistern? And we just
I feel
go
like
off track here.
no, wait, hang on. Have you guys noticed, like, I don't know, for me this morning, my vibes were totally, totally like not good AF kind of thing. What about you guys? Did you guys have weird
I
vibes this morning
literally
too?
can't understand a word she's saying. Can you? Can you?
You know,
I think she's
Snappo?
saying that she was having an unholy experience.
I mean, I like did a vibe check this morning with some kids, and then they told me about like doing I don't it was they started doing this dance at me and they said it was cool and then I started doing it and then they just started laughing at me.
Was
And
it floss? Were you flossing?
do you know how to floss?
Yeah, my younger cousins taught me. That was like 5 years ago.
I also floss in
Nobody
the morning
floss
when
More
I brush my
partial to the
teeth.
orange justice.
Oh my gosh. I think I was played for a fool. I think I was, I think they zagged on me.
Well, nothing bad happened to me this morning. I'm sure of that.
But I don't know. Gladiola seems sort of off.
I didn't get to have my tea this morning.
Yeah,
The
they
holy
always have their
bread was
tea.
moldy when I went to cut it.
Didn't you just buy
Fine.
that?
He just bought that. What happened?
It
What happened
did.
to you, Elizabeth?
Should we
It
put in
still had the
a
teeth thing on it.
should we put in a complaint with the bakery? I mean, selling moldy bread?
I don't know if it was their fault. I hate to say this.
Right, it would be a bit mean-spirited to just
Now, I don't want to like suggest this idea and it sounds really awful to say in an out of context in real life
Betty's
sentence,
dead.
but I do
She's
believe
dead.
Betty White is dead.
She's super extra dead. All of my pens broke. I
Oh my
lied.
God.
I knew
See, I'm
it.
sinning already.
there, Elizabeth.
I'm just beside myself.
It's all right. We'll get you a new pen. You can start writing your scripts.
I know how much you like your pens.
It's true. They're better to me than my own children. I mean, nothing. Oh, I'm already being unholy.
Is that why you
Where
named
are
your
we
son
without
Bick
her?
and
Yes,
your daughter Ticonderoga?
that's exactly why. How did you know? And then there's Timmy, the adopted son.
Oh, that's right, Timmy. Yeah. Do you
Well,
think he
we've
feels
got to
left
act
out?
fast. The finale is tomorrow, and if it doesn't go well, our ratings will drop. And that means
Yeah.
we're going to be bringing in less tithe. And that means that the third dog walker's going to be let go. And I'm
Oh
not
my
long
God.
after that.
That's
I'm not going
right.
to let that happen.
And
And then
we
they're
might
gonna
not-
move us to
we
a
might
Friday
lose
night
our
time
tax
slot.
exempt status.
Yeah, and then we'll lose our tax exempt status.
And I
We
won't
won't
be
get
able to buy
syndication.
pens.
I'll have to return my organization credit card.
Oh, you get one
You
of
have a-
those?
Yeah, well, the associate high priestess first dog walker dropped it, and I just
I didn't
Just
tell
sort
him
of took
that.
it.
Yeah, what he doesn't know
I-
won't hurt him. I thought it was a
Lord,
little trick,
we-
and now it's gone on just a little too long, and I'm a little afraid to give it back to him.
I don't know why we have so many dog walkers. To be honest.
Have you seen that dog?
I mean, yeah.
It's not. You trust
It's
me.
too big and too red
At
for my
that moment,
taste.
Yeah, it's too.
the big red blink dog goes into the congregation live audience and just starts pissing. Just to
No,
fuck
Cliff.
shit up more.
No, Cliff. No.
No, Cliff.
Fort of Cliff. Fort of Cliff. No.
Dog from Cliff Ford
Dog from Cliff Lord.
on Avon.
Upon even exactly. Oh my god.
But
Alright.
do we know for sure?
It's the only explanation.
I did have some pretty weird dreams last
What did
night.
you dream?
A lot of laugh tracks. Just a lot of laugh tracks.
Were they,
but
like-
they were like distorted.
Oh.
Um,
Was it a lot of like, sometimes
and
they'll
the-
have like during the emotional parts of the the sad parts of the scripture, the holy text of the good book, of the good word, it
do you know what that? What?
I don't know, it's something the
What?
kids taught me.
What is?
I don't know. But they have those. It calls for in the script, sure, to go the oh kind of sound. Were you getting that too?
No, I was just getting a distorted laugh track and an
Okay.
image of a fish like just flopping on on the ground.
That could be
Just
something.
flopping. It
Yes.
was really sad. Just flopping there. Suffocating.
I don't know if in the scriptures if she's ever taken the form of a fish.
I did eat
I
some
know she
pretty
has a
weird
very
cheese
she has a
last
wide
night.
range. What?
I did eat some pretty weird cheese last night.
Yeah, that might have done it. Yeah,
It could have been a cheese
could
dream.
have been the cheese dream.
We should speak to the caterers. And maybe
About-
we need to go beyond scripture. This is unprecedented.
Go off scripture.
Maybe we need to consult the never before seen unaired pilot.
No. We can't.
Okay. So for the season finale, we're going to run off the assumption that Betty is no longer with us. Are you suggesting we,
Betty
find?
is always with us.
She's always with us in spirit,
In
of
our
course, of course.
I know where the script is, but she'll never get it out to me.
Well, no, I thought there
I mean, I
wasn't
have a
one.
copy of it.
Yes, there isn't. That's what I said.
No, okay. So I think we need to, air the never before seen pilot. That way we, show everyone, oh, this is new stuff from Betty. She's perfectly fine.
She's super fine.
She's totally fine.
One
If we
problem
can
with
just get
that.
through tomorrow, then we can play
Technically-
it cool before we let them know that she's gone to a permanent commercial break.
We've just never done the script before. I'm so
Okay.
nervous.
Technically, that's blasphemy.
Is it when she's not around anymore?
I
Yes.
don't
That is a
know
good
for
point.
sure. I assume.
Airing the unaired scriptures is blasphemy. It's the first thing you learn in divinity school.
Hence why you'll never get it out of me.
But our gilded matron was always one to toe the line of what is and is not acceptable. So maybe we could argue that airing the unaired pilot is an extension of what she would do herself. Just to keep people on their
Exactly.
toes.
You could argue that. And you could also argue that the temple in the next town over didn't burn down because they committed blasphemy.
Did you burn down their temple?
No! An act of God burned down their temple because they were
Were-
planning
Were
to
you
air
the
the
act?
unaired
Were you
episodes.
the act
No,
of
I had
God?
nothing to do with the fire.
I thought it was
Why-
just an act of lack of taxes. Their fire department's been underfunded for years.
Yeah, I think
We've
it
been
was just,
channeling everything into the sets for the weekly
Listen,
meeting.
our costume design is off the charts, but listen,
I
those
think one
wigs
thing
take a
is
lot
clear.
of money.
We really should consider giving back to local infrastructure.
We can worry about that after we convince everyone that she's still alive.
Yes. So how are we going to do that? How are we going to get through tomorrow and make sure that the finale goes perfectly?
Pyrotechnics,
Pyrotechnics?
Cliff of Thought.
Perfect.
which I have
Which you don't have any
I have no
accelerants or
of-
anything like that.
knowledge. No,
No?
I have nothing. I do know a guy.
You do know a guy.
Snappo is just taking out his officially licensed dog walker notebook and pen. It's a crayon, and is scribbling down.
All right, so pyrotechnics. We need to confirm and obtain, if it exists, the unaired pilot. What else? What else? We need another surefire way to keep the attention off of us until after tomorrow.
I mean, we could have special guest, star guest. Like I don't know, who's check the holy side scripture of, oh my gosh, IMDb. The oh my god, I'm trying to come
Of
up with an
course.
acronym for IMDb
I shall
that would
consult
fit.
the text.
Consult the IMDb text. Who can we pull in? Who can we
Elizabeth runs
really
off
get?
to find out what sort of special fucking guests we're on. We're on Golden Girls. Okay, one moment, please. All right, I
On the
run back.
acronym.
I run back,
oh,
and I
what
say,
did the scriptures say?
the scriptures say, Quentin Tarantino. Is that anything? Do we know a Quentin?
I've heard that name, but I feel like a lot of the kids are making fun of that
For
guy.
him.
Yeah,
Sorry,
no,
the scriptures have ads on them. They won't let me proceed. One moment. We have
This
the
is
next
surely
part
a
the
sign of the
scriptures.
end times.
It really is. Truly, end of times.
We should have seen this coming. First it was uninterrupted watching, then it was one ad every once in a while, then they started squeezing the second one in there, and now it's two ads all of the damn time.
Hi,
And they're
Mario
unskippable.
Have to
Lopez.
click out of.
Who?
Do you know the Lopez's?
The
High Elf
Lopez's.
Mario Lopez.
I feel like, yes, in the tales of old,
He lives in town.
he does.
Well, someone by
Really?
his similar name.
Mm.
Because his parents come to church. They named him after the script.
Oh, that's right.
But
that's
it's
right.
it's fine. In the text, you know. But he would work, right, Mario?
I can't see why not.
Let's see who
Very
else.
good. Special guest.
Oh my gosh.
Um,
Oh, what about from the old scriptures? His name, I believe it was, oh, Richard Van Dyke, Dick Van Dyke.
I do not know anyone of the Dick name.
He was very good at chimneys, apparently.
Oh yeah, that's right.
No, he was struck from the records
Oh, that's
Oh.
right. Oh,
because
He
of
has
the name.
fallen out of
oh,
favor.
yeah.
You
Such
can't
is
say
the
in polite
way
company.
of showbiz. Is there anything else in the immaculate directory of believers?
I'm maybe.
Thank you.
P. Reynolds.
The B. Reynolds. Oh,
Um,
actually, I love the B. Reynolds. Oh, I believe he was a very minor deity or a major deity, may some say, of quizzes and questions and knowledge. Alix Trebek. Well, oh, hang on, I'm checking the database. I think he's gone too. Oh no.
I I
How
still
much
vote
how
for
much
High
more
Elf
content
Mario.
can we get out of this one bit?
I still vote for the High Elf. We can bring him in.
Oh,
I
yeah,
know he's
Mario.
not. Yes, exactly. He's quite young, but I believe he'll stand in just fine.
All right. How do you spell that so I can add it to the list?
May apostrophe I apostrophe R I O. Mario.
Mario.
Now,
And the
what was
last
the
name.
last name?
Yeah.
Lopez, and it's just the regular Lopez. Very, very plain. I don't know where
It's a
the
bit
Stanley
boring,
name
some
came
might
from.
say. Yeah.
I know, truly.
Do we have to tell him?
A bit of the truth?
No.
Yes. Do you think he
No.
can handle the truth?
No. He cannot handle the truth, no.
Okay. What's our story going to be?
I mean, Betty has a wonderful, you know, she always loves supporting younger and new stars. So I think she would, have her be his patron now. And now she's graced upon him this part in the unaired pilot.
According to the text, his part in the script was as a student, a prize-winning writer. So perhaps we give him some accolades and we say that we are raising him to be taking a bigger part in the
Yeah,
church with
as the
us,
prophecies foretold.
I think
Yes.
I need
as
to
the
go
prophecies have foretold.
repent.
Yes.
To who? To who?
I don't know. I'll figure it out when I get there.
I
Right.
think
Oh,
it's important to make sure your pyrotechnics don't touch Mario. He
I'm
could
not
really
gonna.
carry this for us.
okay. Okay. We need, we need to
I have never burned anything that
compartmentalize
I
and we
didn't
need
mean
to
to burn.
delegate. All of us need a part to do here. Okay? You have your pyrotechnics, oh Gladiolus, and Elizabeth, you handle getting the script, right? Not the not real one, totally.
The one that doesn't really exist.
The dumb one that doesn't exist. Yes. That would be yours, and you're going to, you could be the director. How about that?
Yes, I was thinking of preparing Mario, but yes.
Yeah, no, yeah.
I can
Actually, that's a
direct.
much better idea. Prepare Mario and
Thank
get
you.
him ready. Okay. Snappo,
Yeah.
what do you want to do? What else can we do?
Well, I at one time I got to see the associate high priest walk from another room to a different room, and maybe I could maneuver myself into a position where I could bump into him and convince him that it's a good idea to air the unaired pilot. Just get him on our side. See if he can talk to corporate and let this one slide through.
Talk to the executives, you say. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that is a fine idea. I've always found them to be pricks.
The Vatican.
I mean,
the
nothing.
Vatican. You did. Is this anything?
No, it's nothing. The board.
The Vatican office.
Yeah.
I should.
Okay. Oh gosh, now what do I do? Oh my gosh.
The script.
Oh, I'll be the.
No.
Oh, yeah, no.
Refreshments.
Refreshments.
Well, we do
We
need
need
someone to find the
refreshments.
pilot. If we can't find it, we can't run it.
I am not finding the pilot. Elizabeth just winks very big.
Exactly.
Are you also
Maybe
not talking to Mario?
Correct. I'm doing both.
How many things are you not doing?
I am not
Probably more than
finding.
any of us are comfortable knowing.
The pilot is not very close. I wink again. And therefore it would not be hard for me to find it. I mean, it would be. It
Did
would
you
be.
hide it in the temple?
I think she might have it on her
No.
person.
Yes, maybe.
Did you hide it in my office?
Elizabeth shifts the very large handbag that she always carries behind her back.
Wow.
It's fine.
You have it on you right now.
No, I do not, because it
You
doesn't
just
exist.
carry it around with you.
I don't carry it around with me.
Okay, yes, all right, we get it. Now I have an idea. I have an idea. You know, before a lot of our congregations, before each episode, we have like a warm-up guy come up and like warm up the audience, so to speak, get them ready for the
You could be
main.
that guy.
Yeah, I could be that guy, girl, person.
Right.
I can get them warmed up. I can tell jokes. I can make them ready to receive the word of Betty.
The more you say, the more Gladiolus is just like,
Listen,
You're going to open
the
for
kids
our
love me,
gifted
so
lady? Open them up to receive her word, of course. That makes that could work.
I
youth
will-
session attendance has dropped by 50% in the past 3
I
years.
will only vote for this because
the ones who
I
stay are very
feel like
dedicated.
you think that this is something you can do, and in this moment we kind of need to go with what we know best, right? So yes, but I
know.
don't think that it's a great idea, no, because I can't understand anything you're saying ever.
The
But
kids will. The
let's
kids
do it.
will. The kids know
Exactly.
what I'm saying.
And the youth carry
The
on.
youth that have suffered the biggest drop in attendance over the last 20 years. We've been baffled as to why they don't want to sit around and listen to all this bullshit from hundreds of years ago. But if you can find a way to draw them back in, that would boost our numbers.
I'm just. I hope so. That would be pretty yeet, I think.
What?
Yeah.
Pretty. That's what I think. That's what they say. It's like it's pretty yeet.
I don't under. We should go with what we know. Yes, I am consulting the script and consulting Mario, and we are doing individual tasks of pyrotechnics and executive
Yeah, well,
speak.
I need to
Go with what
go
we know.
dig up some firecrackers and get ready to fake an act of God.
Exactly. Let's do it. Break. Go team.
Oh, see,
Action.
action. Yes. All right. Boom. Okay. All right. So now that we know what we're doing, we've also sidled into Act Two at this point. We just sort of transitioned seamlessly into it. So after everyone's
we
had a
really
chance to concoct their schemes, just decide on the first plan. So the first plan, I guess, should be getting Mario Lopez. I guess.
Oh yeah, totally.
Okay.
Although I thought we were kind of I've been reading the chapter as we've been playing. I thought the
Mhm.
first plan is the final ritual. Is it not? Are we like? Is it step by step more so?
Um.
From what I remember, we're technically supposed to take like 2 to 3 plans and then break those plans each into one
Smaller
step for
step.
each of us.
Okay,
But
okay. So what
the
we've
way that
already
I'm
done.
looking at it here, we could look at our one big plan of
Mhm.
run the final episode and break that down into these different steps that we are all individually pursuing. So in order to
Perfect.
have
So
a
we
good
already did.
finale, we each have our own
Right.
thing, 2 things
Yeah.
in your case.
So
Excellent.
so we
Okay,
are
yeah,
like
we can start with Mario.
So like part of the plan essentially is we can like part of the game I guess is you can have a plan and then everyone has their part of it and then you can move on to like the next plan so to speak in the ceremony, but we can also just have the one plan and then go through with that.
Nice. We're flipping the
Nice.
script, if I
Yeah.
may.
Yeah. So yeah. Do we want to do this like preparing the celebration or do you want to like time skip and have it be the ceremony and so that way we can like have our roles be like part of us executing the season finale, so to speak. Like we can say that
Well,
Gladiolus has
think-
already collected everything, and then like, or
well, I think that part would be Act 3, right? Which
Right,
is
yeah.
describing how
The final
everything
act.
goes wrong. So we prepare for the finale in Act 2, and then Act 3 is figuring out
The
what
finale.
happens with that finale. If I
Gotcha.
read it right.
No, yeah, I like the way you're thinking. All
And what
right.
by what we all fall.
Alrighty. All right. So then, Flower, you fetch us the Lopez.
The Lopez. I go to Mario's house to find him. And his parents say, no, he's sick. Sorry. He can't come. Which is shitty. So I stay and I try to persuade them. I don't know how well we want to flesh out this scene.
So
Like
basically,
I'm not sure. Is somebody gonna be Mario? What do we want to do here? I'm just kind of putting my own kinks in my own plan because I don't know how we want it to go.
why don't you roll your dice so we know how well it goes?
Okay, that sounds fine.
So,
Okay.
yep.
Two
What'd you get?
or one?
Did you? One. Just one right now.
One dice. Okay.
Yep.
All right. I rolled a 4.
Okay.
Now you want to try and beat a 4 with.
Okay. With
Gotcha.
my second dice.
Yeah. So I think we all should roll right now, so we can determine.
You get
Bad.
to re-roll a 6, right? At least once, I think.
That's when you re-roll on your turn. That's when you're going to do that.
Okay, specifically unless
Oh
you
wait, hang on.
don't get to. Okay, re-roll it if it's on the first one.
Sorry, let me just reread the rules, make sure. Do you want to already roll your six-sided die and leave it face up on the table? Players take turns executing their part of the plan clockwise in a circle. When it is your turn, declare what you're going to do and roll your die. If you rolled greater than your previous roll, the action mostly goes according to plan, and you get to narrate how you pull it off. If you roll a 6, you additionally get to re-roll the die. Ignore the new results. The only purpose of re-rolling is to give you a chance at success on your next roll.
Okay, so I'd say if you're rolling now for the die that you need to beat, then yeah, re-roll it so that it's not a 6. Because you need to at least have a chance.
That's how I was hoping that was read.
No, you automatically fail. You're a
God,
Was it
Betty,
another
damn this.
Was there another 6?
It is in fact another 6.
Betty has blessed you this day. Too
Indeed.
well. Oh man.
Okay. So I reread it and now I
play.
can do this.
Yes.
All right. Do you want me to play out mine, or do we want to talk about our other roles? I'm so sorry. I was trying to double check and read while you were reading. Did anyone else
No,
want
you're
to talk
good.
about their roles?
I mean, I rolled a
Oh.
1, so I'm pretty. I think I'm gonna beat it. But what do
I
you got,
also
3?
rolled a 1.
Oh, nice, awesome. Well, now roll again to see if you beat that. Because if you
No,
get
So
that
first,
was my
what is-
second roll.
oh, and what was
So
your
I
first
really
one?
botched it. 4.
Oh, okay.
So I will just narrate what goes down wrong then. That's what the PDF says.
Yeah. So
Somebody
yeah,
has to try and fix it.
and
Okay.
actually, your mistake is going to mess up one of ours.
That makes sense. So I'm probably at the Lopez's house, well, just to give you fodder for, like what happens here. So I go by the house. He's sick. His parents say no, he can't do it. I try to convince them. I stay for the evening, and we have small talk, and I attempt a few different ways of, getting their son to come with me. He's only a mere 20 years of age, and I suggest that even though he is sick, the power of Betty will heal him. And they say no, that's not how it goes. He literally just has a cold, and we don't want it to spread throughout the church. And I
But
say,
laughter's
oh,
the
fair,
best
fair.
medicine.
Yes, indeed. And then I try to change course, right? And I'm like, oh, well, Mario can speak for himself. Though he is young, he is becoming a man. So I'm sure that he wants to, be a participant in this special finale. And Mario says, no, actually, I'm feeling pretty. I don't know why I did an Italian accent, but it's happening. And no, I'm feeling pretty shitty, so I'll stay at home. Thank you, though. And then Elizabeth keeps going on and is like, okay, fine, well, maybe this could help. And she pulls out some coin from her purse here and she slides it across the table and is like, I can buy your son. And then she realizes that that's real fucked up, so she pulls the money back. And then yeah, and essentially, I'm just gonna stay there like way too long, like all the way through into the night to the point where like my family goes to the church and whoever is there, they're like, "Hey, where's Elizabeth?" Like it's really late and she's not home for dinner, and she usually like makes us dinner and everything's. We're worried because we know you have that big ceremony tomorrow. So where is she?
Oh, she's yeah, she's just chilling, bringing
I
out the
feel
good
like
word.
that can fuck up one of everybody else's plans. We don't have to play that right now. We can like chime that in whenever somebody else's plan happens, you know?
Gotcha.
I have an idea for how it can fuck up mine.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's my part of it.
You
Okay.
eventually get like they give up on the whole like slapping their thighs and going, well, getting pretty late. Like the
Mm-hmm.
hint hint nudge nudge please leave, and they're eventually
And
just like, oh my god, get out, get
yeah,
out.
I'm just not taking it. I'm not taking no for an answer. We need Mario. He's our savior here.
That means one of us now has to make a roll to try and salvage this failed step of the plan.
Get
Sorry,
into
say again.
trouble.
Sorry.
Yeah,
So one of us needs to now try and like
cover for
cover
me.
for the
Cover,
the
right.
plan. Okay, cool.
Who wants to roll for that?
Hmm.
Because when you cover for someone, you have to describe how you make trouble for yourself in the process, and then the other players get to chime in and add more details.
I think I don't want to impose this on Eurasius, but I think Snappo should take over the part of Mario Lopez in his place. I think that would be very good.
You want me to try and salvage the situation? Is what you're?
Yeah, basically, like you're going like in order to salvage, the missing part of Mario Lopez, you're going to have to
Well, he has to, yeah.
be Mario Lopez.
Interesting. Okay. Uh, that is.
So you hear my family member come through the door, and you're like, I know what I have to do.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's just like she hasn't returned with Mario. It's it has to be you, Snappo.
I don't mean this to
This could be your big break.
it could be a break of something for sure. Laws in general come to mind. Identity theft is not a joke, you know.
That's what acting is. It's basically identity theft for temporary identity theft.
I think that might be the
Ah.
wrong message to be giving children from the scripture.
We pan back, and Elizabeth is now like pleading on her knees, like, please, I'll do anything. I have a husband, but I'll sleep with you. I promise, please. We need Mario. And then we pan back to
Mrs.
Snappo.
Lopez is like trying to sweep you out with her broom.
Oh, she definitely is.
Get
Yeah.
out. Get out.
They hired the local shepherd to try to pull me out with a cane.
Okay, do you the biggest problem, disregarding the fact that I'm a kobold and he's a human, do you know any voice coaches? If I can have a quick 15-minute with a voice coach and maybe they can help me get rid of all of this, then I'll consider it.
I've been
My husband is standing at the door and he's raising his hand and he's saying, that is me. I'm a voice coach. I could help you. Let me run you through some exercises. Ready?
actually no. I've done
No?
like youth coaching. I've done like soccer coaching. I think I could do this just fine.
Oh,
I directed
cool,
the school
cool.
the my gosh, the Friday night school for the school play last year. Two kids showed up. That was pretty good. I trained their voices to do all the characters, all 20 of them. I could
Right,
totally
take
do
it
you.
away.
Good.
No.
Don't-
Mr. Baron just
not-
crosses his
not-
arms.
Hang it.
Not to call attention to the wrong things, but don't you have a thing? I would
job.
love to meet you for lessons, but I'd hate to get in the way of your other responsibilities.
Mhm.
You know, that's totally fair. Mr. Baron, I know it would be such a great honor to have you help us. I would
Say
do so
no.
myself.
Snappo,
Yes.
say ma. Now say ma.
Ma.
Now say ma.
Ma.
Brilliant. We can work with this. Let's go. And Mr. Baron just leads you out the door.
All right. I'm rolling to try and beat your target, correct?
Yes,
Mhm.
which I don't know. Do you roll to beat my 4? Like my original roll?
Yeah, I
Okay.
think so.
Well,
Good luck.
if I can get another one of these bountiful 6s. No, that's a 1.
Well, that
Oh,
makes
that's
sense
a-
given the contest. So you're.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
it's very much. I think it goes very much like Joey trying to learn French with Phoebe. Like say breaking it down, and he can do the little bits, but then when it all gets put together, he just reverts right back to uh the kobold, the grating kobold.
Yeah. Poor Mr. Baron is just like shaking his head, but is trying his best because he loves his partner.
Okay. How does so that was, I guess, you can also do
That
part
was
of
just
your
me,
plan. Yeah.
technically, right?
So do you want to
Yeah.
do Snappo's plan next then?
Okay.
Like, does this part eat into your time to try and catch the associate?
Probably,
Yes, yep,
Yeah.
so I guess as I'm frantically trying to excuse myself from these lessons, I make my way back from the wherever it was. That was, it Bruce, you said, that was coaching me, and
Yes, sure. His name is Bruce Baron.
Bruce
I go
Barron.
get to the office
He's
of
trying to
the
teach you the rain in Spain stays mainly on the plane. You're like walking away.
associate high priest's office, and then I see him, my mortal enemy, my rival on this plane of existence, Gary, the first dog walker.
Oh, hey, Snappo. Just
Shouldn't.
taking the dogs out for a walk.
Right, yeah. You should probably get on that. Being the first dog walker and all, it'd be a real shame for you to disappoint anybody. I'm not here for anything. I'm just picking up my paycheck.
Oh, they pay you? I didn't realize that.
They're paying
Anyway.
me an experience, but the paper says that I have the experience, so I can put it in a picture frame. So I can give it to my next employer and say that I have the experience.
So you have the
being a
All for
dog
experience, yes.
exposure.
Yeah, it's all I mean, dog walking is a tough industry. Yeah, I get it. Really hard to
Very
break in.
competitive.
Incredibly competitive. You know, I wish you luck, my good friend. Anyway, me and Go Cliff are gonna go frolic in some fields. See ya. And he like runs off. He's got a 6-pack, yeah.
All right. So now I am here trying to look calm. I was hoping to do this on my shift when I had access to the dogs, because it's a lot less suspicious for the dog walker to be standing around with the dogs, but my shift is over and I don't have the dogs, so now I'm just trying to act like I'm still allowed to be here even though there's no dogs, and try to catch the associate high priest. And I cannot possibly succeed on this because I have to beat the number. And even so, that is a 2. So, yeah, while I'm just trying to get there and look suspicious or not look suspicious, my supervisor comes around, and I guess that would be well, the assistant to the secretary of the associate high priest, and they start laying into me because I'm not supposed to be here after hours. And also, the first dog walker claims that he saw me with an agency credit card, and I'm not authorized to have one of those. And now it's a whole thing. And I missed
And
my
we
chance
and
to
we
talk
heard
to
you
the
taking
associate high
out
priest.
one of the cats for a walk. You're a dog walker, not a cat walker.
And now that I can explain that one. There's a totally logical reason for that.
The cats aren't allowed to go outside. They're a danger to the ecosystem.
The
It,
associate high
there was
priest
a ray
walks.
of sunshine, and it was clawing at the banisters. I nobody it.
The
Yeah,
associate
it's
high
a whole
priest
thing.
walks by while this is happening and just goes, ooh.
Ooh,
Like,
Yeah.
keeps walking.
that's gonna hurt your chances of getting into dog walking school.
Please. It's so hard for a single kobold, a single father.
Oh, I didn't realize you had children.
Yeah. Yes,
You know,
I
I
do.
somehow doubt that.
I'd show you a picture, but I don't make enough to have pictures taken.
And I'm just digging a bigger and bigger hole for
Just
myself.
bigger grave. So I guess the
and-
failure on this part is that the unaired pilot is not sanctioned by the rest of the of the church, essentially.
We're gonna get in
All
trouble
right.
with the higher ups.
So for doing this,
Indeed.
cool. Oh man,
So that's me. That's my plan.
I'm trying to
my
think
part.
how I can like cover for you, but I don't think I can.
Say I don't, and
Realistically,
I don't think I can either because I've already failed my own plan. I
Mhm.
don't think that's written in the rules, but it doesn't make much sense if I'm in the middle of failing my plan to go try to save his plan. Boy howdy.
plans
I
would
mean,
be
I
Really in a
don't know
pickle now.
if it's a thing we have to do, but
I mean, I'll leave it up to you because those failures could come back for the absolute fiasco of the finale tomorrow. So if
Chaos.
somebody wants to at least add a story to our layers, knowing that it's going to fail, I'll leave that up to the congregation.
Vika, you would like to go?
Yeah, I can like
You can fuck
say
it up. It's fine.
I'm walking through the building with my totally not a box full of explosives and accelerants.
No, totally not.
It says it says caution. It says caution flammable and like written in paint next to it. It says inflammable because you think it means it's not flammable. Anyway,
So
Excellent.
I'm gonna roll to see how badly I fuck up while trying to help Snappo out.
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I got a 1!
Hey,
Hey!
This is
Sucks.
great. I love this.
I
Gods.
love fucking up on purpose. It's so good. What goes wrong?
Indeed.
First of all, I trip. And several of my very illegal fireworks like spill out of the box, and I'm just like scrambling, like, oh,
Oops, I seem to have dropped my something here.
Don't worry about those. Those are just some dog toys that I requisitioned. They're not actually like that. They're squishy. And they make noises.
And Snappo will pick one up and just go like, see?
It's fun for them. They enjoy it.
And
Did you
stuff
just
it
make
back
the
in the
squeak
box.
sound with your mouth?
He did.
Oh yeah, that's in character.
Claudiola like snatches it back and puts it in the box and like, hello, Associate High Priest.
This is the kind of above and beyond work you can expect from me as a dog walker, and I'm definitely worth your time.
Certainly
we playing-
appreciate Snappo's
So
help
sorry.
at the temple with the dog. The dogs?
Yeah.
What are you saying, Flower?
Well, I'm trying to be the associate high priest since nobody was jumping in to voice them, so
Sorry,
here's me.
you go for it.
This is the associate high priest. Yeah, I don't really think that Steppo should be on the payroll anymore. Actually, I'm gonna go ahead and push the paperwork through to fire you completely from the temple. Sorry about it, this buddy. I just think it's what's best.
We don't even pay him.
We're all just one big family here, and we're just not seeing you.
Yeah, I
Like,
mean, you have to be like committed to the grind.
hmm
So like, this is not. I mean,
this is
Mercy
a
gets it.
fast-paced environment with competitive pay.
Yeah, you're just not like living up to our standards. So sorry about this.
Living up to your standard? Are you trying to say something about my height? That's against the law.
No,
I
you just
do
picked up
think that
that
might be
I
explosive
mean, nothing you
funny.
can
weapon
prove in
and you
court.
squeezed it. So like, that doesn't make any fucking sense.
I'm
Anyway,
putting extra effort here because I have less leg than everybody else. You know how many extra steps that is?
like
If you were to pay
10.
by the step and not the distance, it would be a completely different thing, but nobody wants to have that conversation.
Gladiolus, are you with this guy? Because I'm thinking of letting you go too.
You can't do that. You are not in charge of hiring and firing decisions of the clergy.
Well, I'm pretty sure I can do whatever I want, in Betty White's name. Amen. All right.
Amen.
Anyway, see you later. I'm gonna get
Praise be
going
to
now.
Betty.
Praise
Oh,
be.
damn.
Gladiolus makes just like a really obnoxious, like,
Gary walks
At
past
his
the
associate.
associate guy. I'm forgetting the title. But he goes, hey, I'm Gary. Hey, Greg, you gonna go Pilates with Mercy tomorrow?
No, I was thinking about doing some more like hot yoga. I don't know. Seems to
Oh
be the
yeah,
thing now. Less Pilates, more hot yoga.
yeah. They do it like in the volcano up the mountain, right?
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
parkour over in the swamp. It'll depend on the
Oh,
day.
bro, it's so
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah. Anyway,
Okay,
see you around.
see you around. Bye.
Right. Scene.
And scene. And scene.
All right. Who else is playing? Can we fuck up at this
Who's
point?
fuck up?
I gotta go.
Yeah, you have to get
Make
your
an act
you
of
get
God
fucked
with
up, man.
fire.
Yeah. Do you want to like have that be like you setting up the thing, or I guess because like
Yeah, and anything that goes
wrong
really
will
wrong, we can maybe like have
Save.
it be belayed.
belay to the finale. Yeah,
Belated.
belayed.
Sounds
Belay
good to me.
that.
Ha! I beat my number.
Wow.
I win.
Ha! I win. But you
I-
still,
Nice.
but you
I'm the
still.
only one here who's done something successfully.
To be fair, though, you did try
Yeah.
to help out Racius, so that means your thing is somewhat. It's like succeeds, but something still has to go wrong because you
God
did put
damn it.
yourself out there.
Betty, damn it!
Betty, damn it.
Betty, damn it.
We'll say that you were planning to pay for those fireworks with the agency credit card that I have, but now that the agency credit card was taken, you have to steal them. You have to commit theft.
I was planning that these would be from like Gladiolus's private stash,
Ah.
but
Okay, I'd never. Well, yeah,
stealing them
only
is
a
also
suggestion.
very
Feel
funny.
free.
I mean, you could definitely say you've lost a good chunk of them to like having to like toss them aside and hide them at the right moment. So
Or
like
what
that's what
about-
you'd say.
Yeah, running back through with Snappo, like you dropped your keys to the temple, so now you'll have to like put them up like literally minutes before we're about to go on or something like that. Like do it in the morning and rather than
Yeah.
at night.
Morning of,
Yeah,
Yeah,
I had no
yeah.
time to prepare.
and I'm rushed, and I have to like sneak around doing it because there are other people setting up in the temple,
Exactly.
and I have to like make sure they don't notice what I'm doing.
Yeah,
Or
that would
touch
be great.
anything.
Very good. Okay.
I'm just like, okay,
All right. So at least
gonna
this will
put
go
this
off without
here.
somewhat
We're
of a
gonna put
hitch.
that there. We're gonna make sure that the timers are right. We're going to trigger sparks and not an actual explosion, and we're not gonna burn anything down this time.
Hang on, this time?
Irrelevant.
Okay.
Listen, as as we are taught in divinity school, once you take the cloth, your past is far behind you. And what you may or may not have done is no longer of legal consequence.
Elizabeth is suddenly in this scene smoking a long cigarette and goes, I need to take the cloth again then.
What did she do?
It's all about the Lopez's.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Right.
All right. So we
It's my turn.
have.
I have to roll
Yeah.
still.
Gladiolus is just like every
Last
time
roll.
somewhat a volunteer like wanders near where I set up the it's like
Sort of like a no. Oh man. All right. Well, I rolled a 1 for my first one, so there's a 1 or like a 1 in 6 chance I
Nice.
fail. So
Mhm.
no, I succeed. All right. Got a
Nice.
5 over my 1. Okay. So basically my thing is being the warm up guy, right? Okay.
Mhm.
I guess since we've sort of like gotten to like right before the event, we can like have my scene be like the actual warming up of the crowd, I guess. All right.
Yeah,
Oh my
that'd be
God.
fine.
We got a lad.
Are you so just to make sure that I understand this? Are you doing more like an opening for a comedian slash singer type thing? Or are you doing more of like a hey, I'm hosting this event and I'm gonna keep checking in with you like on commercial breaks and stuff to talk
No,
to people like an
no,
old
sort of. I don't.
Nickelodeon
Yeah,
thing?
I don't know if you've ever been. I've been to like a live taping of a sitcom show,
Hmm.
with like a live studio audience.
Wow, show it off. All right, fine.
Okay, I get
Yeah, I
very
get it.
cool.
Braggadocious much.
Okay. But anyway, when I was there, there was this guy that like before the show started, he would just like come up and start saying jokes and like start bantering with the audience, getting them like, into like the mood to laugh kind of thing at all the jokes
Hype
and
guy.
stuff like that. A hype man kind of thing. Yeah. So
Love that.
that's essentially what I was thinking. So like sort of like the war up guy. Anyway.
Okay.
So she's gonna come out and she's like going over jokes backstage as like the people are filing in. She goes like, okay.
Are they all really out of context memes?
That's not pretty. That's very unwoke of you.
Memes. The only part of youth culture that Gladiolus understands is flossing.
They can do one thing, but they can do it spectacularly.
Yeah.
Indeed.
So I'm actually looking up like youth bastard jokes. Okay. All right. So she's going to, as soon as like everyone's sort of settled in the audience, she's going to basically like sneak in, like so like there's like a pew sort of thing, so like she's like hidden underneath it, and then she's gonna pop up and go, "Hello there."
Oh, hi, Youth Pastor Mercy.
General Kenobi. Woo!
I see someone's hip with the lingo. Oh, it's so great to see you guys here. We have a
Good
super
to see
special.
you.
Yeah. All right. We have such a special occasion
Fuchsia's
for you today.
undercooked.
You know what else is undercooked? Your vibe, my friend.
Yeah.
Everyone in the audience goes, ooh.
Ooh.
Oh man. You guys know who else is on fleek? Our great golden patron, Betty White. You know what else is
Hell
cooler than sliced
yeah.
bread? Betty White, because she's older than it. Ha!
Oh.
All praise Betty White.
All praise.
All praise, all praise. Very.
Betty White is
Oh.
fire.
She is. Oh yeah, she is straight fire, just like my new mixtape, all about Betty White. And here it is. She starts playing her mixtape, which is basically Christian rock, but for Betty White.
But they eat it up.
but they fucking eat it up.
They eat it up. They eat it
Mhm.
up.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. I love that.
You know who else was canceled? Betty White.
Satan? Who is Satan in this universe?
I don't
Someone
know.
who Betty didn't like, obviously.
Obviously. I don't know who that is. I don't know enough about things and stuff.
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna lie. We've dug ourselves in really deep because I don't understand like A, Golden Girls, or B, like sitcom humor at all. So I'm
Yeah,
I'm really just vibing here.
we really went off on a theme that none of us are very.
None of us were prepared for.
Speak for yourself. Speak for yourself.
Anyway,
All right, yeah. So that's she gets them properly warmed up. I don't want to make any more jokes because I can't think of anything else. Please save me.
Nice.
so we do the ritual. Act
So
3,
now
right?
it's
You,
time
the
for Act
ritual.
3.
Act 3!
All right. Come on, I need those 6s again.
Dawn of the final day. 24 hours remain.
Oh boy.
Okay.
And... Ooh, okay.
All right. I'm holding on my rollies. Rollies on standby, waiting for your
Yep,
word.
Rolly's on standby as well.
Roly polies on standby. Ooh, not good.
Hmm.
I got a 2.
Jesus.
I also
3.
got a 2.
3. Where'd you get, Flower?
Oh,
Also 3. So that means it's either
It's either
Avery or
me
Racius?
or Racius.
the rollies.
Roll off. Yeah, let's go.
Second Rollies.
Ooh, it's still only adequate. I got a 3.
I got 2. That's me. All right. Okay, so basically, I'm now out of the game. Um.
You're gonna.
Okay.
Are you the lowest?
I was the lowest. Yeah.
All right. Narrate how the trouble catches up with you, right?
All right. Yep. So she is going to keep making all of these. She's somehow like on like a very lucky streak of getting all the memes right, and so she's like getting them real good. Um, because here's the thing, she like Mercy didn't cause that much trouble. She's just cringe in of herself. So, oh man,
Maybe she says
she
something that like accidentally gets her canceled because she doesn't realize it's bad.
yeah
and-
okay very good all right yeah she oh man what thing can I say that gets her canceled that doesn't get me canceled?
Oh God.
Ain't
Something
that just the way?
backhanded against Betty, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, which
So
also
you-
might get
Episode
you
was
canceled.
just
but...
okay.
Yeah, I think
Right,
she's gonna
yeah.
like make a comment that she thinks everyone thinks about like a certain part of this of the scripture,
Of the
aka an
scripture.
episode, and she like just says was like that was totally not golden. That was at least silver, and
And
everyone goes.
liked
Everyone's
it, so
dead silent. It's dead
Yeah.
silent after she said that. And goes, ha, but everything's golden with the girls.
in the back, Mr. Barron just goes, "Wow."
Wow.
Scratch.
I bet you're wondering how I got here.
The associate high priest is in the back, like with their arms crossed, like Mercy. We're gonna have to talk after this.
Uh, um, hey, oh, Greg, will come with help.
Quibble, you're ahead, Mercy. Get it together.
Okay. Well, here's the wonderful unaired episode of the Golden Scripture Girls Scripture, and she runs off stage. I'm out.
All right.
Right.
Who goes next?
So we all
Rollies.
roll. You roll again.
Oh, we roll again. Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck.
Until the final person stands.
There's one person left.
Ooh, okay. That's decent.
Oop, not great.
4.
2.
Ooh.
Ugh.
Here it goes.
Okay, so it's my turn to be taken off stage.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
What's your buffoonery finale?
Well, my job was to prepare Mario, but
Mm-hmm.
unfortunately I wasn't able to
There's
get him
the
to come.
Mario.
I'm taking it very harshly, so I've imbibed in cigarettes and alcohol. I am pretty intoxicated on the morning of the finale, even though this is not what I wanted to do. I've lost control of my life now that my face is in shambles. So,
And my pens are empty.
and my pants are all fucking empty.
Like my faith
Knocking
are
back
empty.
mimosas.
Exactly. Yeah, I'm currently drinking a few different kinds of sangria, just like on standby, like a little fleet, and smoking in between each one. And I'm trying
She's
to
got like
train.
3 cigarettes in one hand, smoking all of them.
Exactly. I'm trying to train Snappo to make sure that he's ready to take on the part of Mario. And as I do so, I forget that we are not in rehearsal mode. So I walk out on stage to do like a reenactment of what Mario is going to say. But as I do so, like I just again completely like forget where I am and start acting in the middle of all of the other actors acting, saying like a big monologue to myself essentially, like as in Mario's monologue, and the whole live studio audience is taken aback by this. They're just very confused, and the actors on stage literally just go dead silent until everyone in the church is just staring at me monologuing. And then I go, and that's how it's done. And then I walk back through the curtains
That's
to
how you do
Snappo
it.
and give him a little like ruffle on his head as I walk past him out the door and puke in the alley.
And then
You know,
Mr.
as you do.
Baron in the back of the temple is like, "You can stay here. I'm gonna go see what's going on with your mom."
Absolutely. Yep.
Oh my god. Okay. It's 2 down.
Roll off.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Oh.
5.
Okay. 3.
Snappo
Oh,
falls.
Snappo does fall. So
Mighty
Snappo is now caught because he's supposed to be Mario technically, but also the person who is kind of coaching and just supposed to be coordinating this whole thing
Mm-hmm.
is having a breakdown. So he walks out and is just kind of out there not really saying anything, but just kind of like trying to look the part because he's not confident in his talking, and he's just kind of like waving, doing like the royal wave, and inadvertently signals Cliff Ford, who is in the audience today,
Of
and
course.
Cliff Ford just begins romping around and ruining the set and knocking
starts
over
like
actors. It's just
yeah,
yeah.
like humping one of the walls. It's just
Ugh.
ridiculous, honestly.
Yep.
He starts
Yep.
peeing
Thinks like one of the
everywhere.
cameras is a stick and like brings it over and just drops it at Snappo's feet, tail wagging, ready for it to be thrown, and just Snappo with very like comically long sleeves because they couldn't find any suit coats to fit him. Just like gives another like, all right, well that's me, and then is just out of here. Just
It's
starts
a
walking.
living.
It's a
It's
living.
Does Clifford chase him off the stage?
Oh,
Exit pursued by
that would be a
Ford.
good idea.
pursued by Ford for the rest of his days.
Yeah.
Well, then
All right.
I guess it's
Yeah,
me.
you are the final one, so you get the
Take us
privilege of
away.
deciding how the story ends. I'm assuming, in a very explosive manner.
Yeah, okay. So after everything, um, and then the credits roll.
After all this time,
For the longest time. I don't know.
go on.
Gladiolus comes out and says, "I'm so grateful for all of you for coming to the season finale once again. You really are the lifeblood of this temple, and I truly appreciate most of you, all of you, and I'm all of your faith and love is I can feel it, and I can feel Betty with us. I can feel her laughter and her humor and her grace upon us. And then the firecrackers go off.
Do they go off on time, or are they just
Yeah,
like...
they go off on time.
Oh, perfectly on time.
On
Awesome.
time. But unfortunately, I
One of
fucked
them,
up the
yeah.
positioning.
Yeah, one of them catches on your collar and you go flying.
And it, like, the sparks land on some, like, on, like, a pile of, like, extra scripts and catch fire. And I'm just, like, still going on my monologue and, like, desperately trying to keep everyone's attention. And then and, like, at first they're like, oh, wow, look at these sparks.
Oh, lovely
wow.
effects. Lovely effects.
And then they're like, Shepherd,
It's getting real hot in here.
Shepherd, there's smoke. Shepherd is the Shepherd. And then the sprinklers go off, and it's like, and I'm just like on stage, like still
So-
babbling. Sprinklers coming down. Elizabeth puking in the alley. Just the associate high priest with his arms crossed, shaking his head at me, and I'm just having a breakdown on stage, like going, I'm a hack.
Oh my god.
I'm a failure. I
almost wish
should
our
never have
temple had caught
joined
on
the
fire.
clergy.
Oh my...
Like the one next door.
Mercy's trying to give
Everything's
Elizabeth
all
a
wrong.
homeopathic remedy for upset stomachs, and it's just the worst tasting shit, and it makes her puke even more.
Yep. Absolutely.
This is all
More
my
vomit.
fault. If I had been more devoted, if I hadn't allowed heresy to stand in our community,
She's dead. She's dead.
I killed Betty White.
It was me.
And I'll kill all of you too.
Oh good. Oh good.
Whoa. This has taken a turn.
This is taking
Really
a
has.
very dark turn. Let me cut to black. Anyway.
And just pulls out like 2 bottles of like kerosene.
Jesus Christ! You're still going.
Mario walks through the door right before you set the whole church on fire.
He's just like, hey guys, I'm
Like,
feeling
hey,
a lot
what did I
better.
miss?
If I'm
And
going
then you-
down, you're all coming with me, especially you, Greg.
Beautiful.
What? Hey,
a
I
good
thought we were
ending.
friends, man.
And then I'm tackled off of the stage
By
and
security,
wrestled
yeah.
into handcuffs.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah. Okay. That was certainly a scene, a story that we told.
It sure was.
Thank you if you're still here watching that.
Mhm.
My God. Thank you, Jordan Palmer, for letting this happen.
Yep.
And I mean, unironically, this genuinely is a very fun game.
Yeah.
And I really enjoy the encouragement of being purposefully,
Bad, I'm doing a
Yeah.
bad job.
doing bad and like,
Yeah. I love the chaos.
yeah. I think
And
Yeah.
thank you to our friends Racius and Flower for joining us. This would not have been nearly as fun without you both.
definitely not. We're not as funny as just the two of us, so
Appreciate
we're made
you having
infinitely
us on.
funnier with our friends.
Always a pleasure.
Yeah. Happy to be here.
And if you I don't know if you still have the video on demand for the one shot that we did on your channel, Racius, of For the
Yeah, yeah.
Dungeon, also made by Jordan Palmer, which is also a fun game. I played a slime girl. Please don't Google slime girl.
Yeah.
or at least
Yeah.
do so with safe search on.
If you're going to Google slime girl, you need to make sure that you are following the proper etiquette. For more information, look up slime girl rule 34 to
Mhm.
get everything you need to know
Mm,
about doing that
Everything.
safely.
Yeah.
You're killing them.
Please
You're
don't do that.
killing
You're
them.
killing them, please.
Please stop. He's already dead. Alright.
I tried to get
Yeah.
Oliver on camera, and instead I just froze my camera.
Yeah, you did.
Anyway, good thing we're almost done.
Yeah, we're almost done. Yeah. Stay tuned for more streams and stuff in the future. We'll be back next week, most likely for another teacher RPG. I do believe we have Convergence tomorrow on your channel, Racius, right?
That is the hope. Yep.
That is
Getting
the
back into
plan.
things from 6 to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to battle dinosaurs, I think.
Question
Oh,
mark,
that's
question mark,
right.
question mark.
Question mark, question mark, question mark.
Question mark,
Clever
question mark,
girl,
question
question mark,
mark.
question mark.
Oh, clever girl. Yeah, yep, very excited about that. So if you're looking for, well, I was gonna say less chaos, but probably just about the same amount of chaos.
Mhm.
So,
Truly.
indeed.
Maybe less fire, though.
Maybe.
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 It's still
Maybe.
early.
We're in a forest, so that's lots of
We're in a
fire
forest.
material.
One of
Yeah.
our
That's
characters
a
is
lot of
straight up wood.
yeah. Potential.
So,
That's a lot of potential fire.
yes.
That is a lot of
All wood is
potential.
just future fire, I think. Anyway.
Yeah. Chemically.
Yeah. God, I'm so terrible at wrap ups. Thank you again for everyone sticking around. Thank you to just, I love the whole world. Everything's great. Feel good. Peace and love on the planet Earth. I'm turning into good vibes youth pastor now.
You are doing
Right.
that.
Okay, well, we'll see you next time here on Queers Guild and on Racius's channel. As always, stay happy, stay healthy, and
Stay queer, folks.
bye, guys.
Bye bye.